How do you successfully sell real estate as a part-time agent? So many who want to get into real estate have this idea that they need to keep working their current job to pay the bills, and I get it, you need to pay the bills, and they want to transition to real estate as they start selling homes. It's a great idea, but I will tell you that most people fail at doing it. And the reason is they don't have a plan, and once they do, if they do, they're not committed to the plan. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you the 7 things that you need to do if you want to start or you want to sell homes as a part-time agent. My name is Chris Bryant. I'm a real estate coach, I'm a broker, and I'm an agent. I've been an agent for 22 years now. I'm a broker and coach at one of the top independent brokerages in the United States. So what's the 7 things that you need to do? I've got my notes right here in front of me, and I'm going to go through them. First, you got to get crystal clear about what it is you want and why you want it. If you don't decide what you want and put a pen on the map and say, that's what I want to accomplish this year, that's how much money I want to make, that's what my life I want it to look like, this is the reason why I want to do it. If you don't do that, you really can't make a plan to get there. You've got to decide what you want first. What are you willing to do to get what you want? How many hours, how much time, how much energy, how much money, and when, if at all, do you want to go full time? So the first thing you really have to do, and this is kind of, I know, ethereal or whatever, is you really got to get clear about what do you want. Write it down. Second, you need to choose a broker, a group, or a team, or get with agents that can support you. First, you need good training. Any agent, part-time, full-time, you need good training. Second, you're going to need people around you that can help you, teach you, answer your questions. Because you are part-time, you're not going to be as immersed in it as someone else. So you need access to people that you can ask questions to and talk to and get help from. And really, you also need people that can cover you when you're busy. If you're at a full-time job and you get a buyer that calls you and says, hey, I want to see this house right now, you can't just say, I'll get back to you in 6 hours when I get off. You need an agent or a team or someone at your brokerage that you can partner up with, or a team that you can even be a part of. You need someone that can cover you while you're busy, or while you're working your other job. So you need to choose a brokerage that affords that, right? So that's the second thing, is choose the right brokerage that gives you the team or the agents or the environment that's going to allow you to support your clients, and really they're supporting you to support your clients. That's the second thing. Third, you need to create a business plan. And this doesn't have to be complex. This really can be done on one page. But if you want to make $20,000 in your first year, you need to know those financial goals, and you need to know what are the transactions and the volume goals I need to do that. So if you want to sell, say, $1 million in real estate your first year in business at your average price point, how many houses is that, right? If it's a $200,000, then you need to sell 5 houses. If you want to sell $2 million your first year, you would need to sell 10 houses. But you need to get clear about what are the numbers for your business plan. And then with that, the most important part of your marketing, of your business plan, is your marketing plan. So really, how much are you, well, 2 things. What are you going to do to generate the business that you want? That's marketing, that's prospecting, that's your lead generating activities. And I'll say this, how much are you willing to spend? You know, as a brand new agent, nobody knows who you are, and you're going to be competing with agents that are full-time. I think it's a little bit naive when we think we can start a business, whether part-time, full-time, anything, if we're not willing to spend a little bit of money on marketing. And as a part-time agent, if you're going to be less available, I tend to think you may even need to spend more money. And so I tell agents, typically you need to spend about 10% of what you want to make. You want to make $20,000 your first year, then you need to spend $2,000 in marketing. But really, your marketing plan's not just a number, but what lead sources are you going to pursue? So that'll be your sphere of influence. That should be first and foremost. Social media, open houses, farming neighborhoods, online listing, network groups, referral groups. You need to get clear, and I would encourage you, you need to get really about 3 or 4 lead sources that you're going to target your first year in business. You can't do them all at once. Don't try to do that. People make the mistake of trying to do too many things at once. You need to start with your sphere. Start there. Those are the first people you're going to begin to market to. You move out into social media pretty simultaneously with those two, but then you add on open houses and farming and online leads and Opcity and all those other things, okay? But you need, like, on one page, what are your financial goals, your transaction and volume goals, and what are the lead sources that you're going to work to help you reach those goals? That's the third thing. Create a simple business plan to give you a place to start. Fourth, you need to create a schedule to do all that. So the plan is, here's the playbook. Now you got to figure out, how am I going to do all of that? And so what I typically tell agents to do is go print out a blank weekly calendar, just a fully blank week. Put all the hours of work that you work on there. Put when you sleep on there, when you go to your kids' ball games. Put all that on there, and then you need to decide, when am I going to do the work of real estate? I tell agents, you really need to get at least 15 hours a week to be able to do that, but you need to just mark it off. Okay, on Thursdays from 2 to 6 p.m., I'm going to work 4 hours in real estate. On Saturdays, I'm going to work all day. On Sundays from noon to 5, I'm going to work. You need to mark it down. When are you going to do the work of real estate? I would say out of those 15 hours, at least 10 need to be spent on lead generating, business developing activities. And one other thing about schedule is you need to plan around your energy. So this is kind of a tough thing that people that have a full-time job really struggle with. If you have a 40-hour-a-week job, a lot of times when you're done with that, you're tired, you're whooped. For you to go with that kind of second level, bottom of the tank energy and give that to real estate, that does not work very well. You can't give the real estate the sloppy seconds and think that that's going to work. You're really going to have to plan, when am I going to give good, fired up energy to doing the work of real estate? So you need to plan your schedule. Get at least 15 hours a week is my recommendation. The more the better on your schedule. Fifth, you need to make sure in that time you're getting the right things done. So there's a principle called Pareto's principle, that's the 80-20 rule. And basically it says that 20% of the activities you do create 80% of the results you get. So as a part-time agent, it's critical for full-time agents. What's the 20% that's going to create most of the production, the results of what I get? Well, as a part-time agent, you've got to get, crystal clear. What are the activities I have to get done in that 15, 20 hours every week if I'm going to succeed? So a few things. One, you've got to spend time learning. Like, you need to continually immerse yourself in learning the market, learning prospecting, learning your listing presentation, learning a buyer consult, learning how to convert interested leads to committed clients. You need to learn all that stuff. So you need to read books and listen to podcasts. You need to watch videos. Those are the things you need to make part of your rhythm. I'm not saying that's part of the 20%, but you need to make that. I would say the 20%, like the most critical things you've got to do to move your business forward, is marketing and prospecting. So marketing is social media, it's newsletters, it's emails, it's direct mail, it's any advertising you want to do. That's got to be part of your daily and weekly schedule. I'm going to make my post every day. I'm going to send my newsletter once a month. I'm going to send my direct mail once a month. Whatever that is, that marketing, it has to be part of your rhythm. Every day you work, you're checking your marketing, you're doing your marketing. And then prospecting, that's where you're actually calling people, you're DMing, you're talking to people, you're actually sending handwritten notes to people. Really, those are the tasks: the DM, the text, the live calls, the handwritten notes, and then even live meetings. Those prospecting appointments where you're going after people, you're pursuing relationship with them, and you're letting them know how you can serve them in the real estate industry. Okay, so marketing and prospecting, to me, I'm saying if you're working 15 hours a week, 10 hours a week is marketing and prospecting. Call it 5 days a week for an hour on each of those two. All right, so those are critical. And then the last critical task I think you really need to put into your schedule is previewing property. You need to go see as much property as you can, as often as you can. There shouldn't be a week that goes by that you're not seeing 5, 10, 15, 20 homes, a minimum 5 homes a week. But you need to be learning the market, and the best way to do that is to study it online, study your local market, study your hot sheet, the things that are new, closed, pending, study that stuff, know the trends, but also you need to go see property, preview property. All right, so that's the fifth thing, is making sure you're using your time wisely to do the critical things that need to get done. Sixth, you need to set up your systems. The main system you're going to need really is a CRM. A CRM is going to be a database of contacts. It stands for Client Relationship Manager. That's where you need to load all your contacts, and that's going to help you keep up with all your contacts and keep up with your marketing and your prospecting. So here's the deal. You need to be able to manage 100, 200, 300 or more relationships in this business. Well, you can't do all that in your head. A CRM is a place that helps you manage that and take notes and send out emails and text and all that stuff all in one place. And one of the reasons CRM is so important for you as a part-time agent, when you're at work with a good CRM, you can set up marketing automations that actually are happening even while you're at work. And I think that's critical for you. You need marketing automations. And so a great CRM like Follow Up Boss, for example, that's a great one. It'll help you create those automations and set that up to where you're staying in touch and you're responding to leads as they come in with the automations that you've set up. So find you a good CRM, load your contacts, make sure it has automations for text and email and all that good stuff. All right. And the seventh and last thing is you need to go after every single opportunity you can. Here's the way I think of it. Whether you hunt or not, you probably know what a game trail is. A game trail, when you're walking around in the woods or the forest, you can see these little trails where animals continuously walk. That's called a game trail. And if you're hunting, you need to be near one of those game trails. Otherwise, you're probably not going to see anything. If you're sitting in your car, you're probably not going to see the opportunity you need. Well, as a real estate agent, you need to be on the game trail as many hours of the week as you can. You need to put yourself in front of as many opportunities as you can. So this means you are telling every agent you can, I will hold that open any day of the week for you. If you're busy, I would tell you to go meet 10, 20 agents, give them your business card and tell them, if you're ever busy on the weekends or the evenings, here's my card. If you can't show it to them, give me a call, I'll show it for you. Or maybe your hours are different, but use whatever your hours are. Give your card, write that on your card and say, I'm your go-to agent if you need to have a house shown or open a door. That'll probably give you $50, but it gives you an opportunity to get engaged with the business, okay? So go after every opportunity. You need lead services. Get on Opcity if you can, if your brokerage provides that. If you can get on floor duty, get on it. You just need to put yourself on the game trail. Get in front of people, get in front of clients, get in front of agents. If you're not on the trail, if you're not in front of those opportunities, you will not sell houses. So you need to give yourself as many opportunities as often as possible throughout the week to sell real estate. All right, that's the seventh thing. Go after every opportunity. Listen, being a part-time agent, it is not easy. I've made another video about why it's not easy on can you keep your full-time job. There are challenges. It is hard, but it can be done. People like to do business with someone that they trust and someone that they know has their best interest in mind. And listen, if you will build that trust, if you will serve people well, even if they know you have another job, I've done that before. I had a season where I did that. When they knew that I had their best interest in mind and I was the go-to knowledge broker, I was going to be the guide they wanted by their side, even if I had another job. It will work for you. So build that trust, build those relationships, and do the work that I've given you in these 7 steps. And you can do this. You can build a real estate business, and you will be well on your way to succeeding, even as a part-time agent. All right, hope that's helpful. If you have questions, need help, reach out. Here to help in any way I can.